We're discussing automation in Nigeria's corporate space, and we're doing it with engineer John Nwachukwu. He's the Chief Strategy and Executive Officer at Zoracom, and reports indicates that the banking sector seems to be the most progressive when it comes to automating or automation in the corporate space. Let's find out what Engineer Nwachukwu thinks about this. You're welcome to the program, Engineer Nwachukwu.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
So first of all, let's understand, everybody's talking about technology, everybody's talking about AI. Every advert that pops up on your phone or social media is one AI, advert or the other. In Nigeria's corporate space, how would you rate our progress in adopting this automation technology, AI?
Well, obvious, we've been able to make significant progress. Remember, we are in the global south, where we are always reactive to innovations. But today, you could see in technology space, a lot of things are going positive, and we're adopting it quickly. Like in the financial space and the fintech space, you see there is a high rate of adoption in technology, and AI today is helping them to be able to do automated fraud detection, and also helping you to do settle disputes in a very interesting way. In the telecom space, you're able to identify network issues and fix them when they happen, and you're able to do a recovery of debt in an automated way. So typically, we are also catching up very quickly with what is happening in the globe.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have to be catching up. But would you say that we are customizing this technology and automation to suit our own needs as Nigerians, as Africans?
Obvious. In my experience, and it is typically that we are the ones that will solve our problem. And they always say the person that wears the shoe know where it depends, So we should be able to solve our problem, and that is what we are doing today. So we're able to customize, like with a lot of customers, we've been able to identify what their challenges are, most especially their repetitive tasks, and see how we can help them to automate it. And when we automate it, it's easier for them to be able to strategically make huge savings. Strategically, they could be able to manage their customer. Because the truth is that the customer is the same globally. So the same Nigerian customer, the same US-based customer, everybody wants an improved, better customer experience. And the best way you'll be able to solve and be able to have better customer experience is by innovation. And that is where automation comes into place.
Do we see this in agriculture? Because food security is present and very real threat.
So I will tell you, agriculture to date presents the biggest opportunity for automation, because it's obviously growing. We now see precision in farming. We now see control irrigation. We also see connecting agricultural products to logistics company so that they can get to the end user. But I believe it's still far off behind from the telecom and the fintech space. But the truth we should be looking at is how do we now connect farmers to the markets? Now being able to do, connect them to finance, to be able to do large mechanized farming, and be able to connect them to logistics platforms so that there will be a total grip in this agricultural value chain. Farmers connected to markets, finance, and able to carry their finish or produce to the right customer. So this is the biggest opportunity that automation will help us to fix. We are coming on it, but the key thing is that we need to systematically identify what are these repetitive tasks that we can use automation to fill the gap.
Doesn't that point us back to the infrastructural gap?
Well, infrastructure plays a critical issue as solving this problem. From experience, we have much of the infrastructure gap within interconnection of the cities. And presently, we have just 51% of broadband penetration. But if we're able to face this gap that I believe the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy is doing by assuring that we have over 90,000 kilometers of fiber, that will help in getting this connectivity to the doorstep. So we'll solve the problem not having the data or having the capacity at the shores of Nigeria, but we'll have interconnectivity, middleware, and then the last mile where people are, maybe in the remote areas, because most farms, large mechanized farming, are in the remote area. Imagine taking this connectivity to them and then connecting them to the markets. Basically, we could solve this problem of automation in agriculture.
But do we even have the mechanized farming to start with?
Well, it's all about machineries and then processes of doing things. Like I rightly pointed out, we now have what we call control irrigation. We also have what we call climatic materials or systems or AI robotics that is helping us determine when it's best to plant and when it's best to utilize the environment, the climatic condition to be able to solve a problem. So when you say mechanize, it all has to go, again, doing in a large scale. Finance has to come into play. So if we have these agro-tech and agro insurance or agro loans being given to high-level people who are doing farming, definitely we could solve this problem. So yes, we can solve it, but we have to be systematic. We have to be committed in solving this problem.
Who do you think should, push or lead this automation, that we're talking about?
Obvious, the customer, who is the receiving end. They always drive innovation because the customer experience is what drives us to make sure our customers are happy. And we live in an age or in a system in which people are now less patient to response. Everybody wants to have a quick response. You send information, you want to have a quick response. And for you to solve this particular problem, you need to automate some things that are repetitive. Take, for instance, in the financial sector, you want to make a transfer, and you try the first time, the system is processing it, is taking time. You become impatient, you want to try again. Because of automation, system will tell you, no, debit, double transaction. They'll keep you on hold. That is automation. And even when you succeed in making that second transaction, because there is an automation built in the system, it does a reverse after you. So yes, it's the customer that drives the innovation. But basically, we want to offer an efficient solution to customers. So that is why we bring innovation that will save costs for us, that will help us scale and help us remain in business.
And you think that Nigeria is on the right path here?
Obviously, we have a lot of customers we are doing that for, locally here in Nigeria.
Okay, all right.
In the telecom space, in the banking space, even in government space. Government agencies, we are supporting a lot of them.
Okay. All right, it's good to know that it's also in the public sector. Engineer John Nwachukwu, the Chief Strategy and Executive Officer at Zoracom. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.